Hi, I'm Cathy Thomas. Michael Payne is the executive chef at the new Tavern House Kitchen and Bar on Newport Harbor. His irresistible fish carpaccio is bright and flavorful, accented with blood oranges, pickled red onions, Italian green olives, and a citrusy vinaigrette. Yes, it's beautiful, but it's delicious too. Welcome, Chef. And I want to know, what's your favorite fish to use for crudo?
We're actually gonna use Locklander salmon. It brings a lot of color, a lot of pop to the plate. Super fresh. It needs to be just out of the ocean within a day or two. And it really makes all the difference when you're preparing this dish. We have our fillets. They already have pin bone removed, nice and clean. But the one thing that you do need to focus on is making sure that all of this blood is getting taken out. You wanna do nice long strokes so you're not actually tearing the fish.
You make that look easy, Chef.
I might have had practice. I might have done it once or twice. I don't really remember how often anymore these days. We're gonna just drag our knife, nice straight lines, one cut, so we get nice little fillets. Okay, we don't wanna sit here and do any kind of sawing motions. That's where it's just gonna start tearing the fish.
Very important that your knife is sharp
Absolutely.
and that you're just about cutting parallel to the fish.
I try to run with the actual fillet itself. So then we're just gonna kind of start building the dish. No perfect science, no right or wrong. Just kind of get the fish on there. We'll always just kind of make some adjustments as we go. So you see I've got some that are thinner than others, some are thicker than others. I'll get that all dialed in.
If I was going to the fishmonger, would I request sushi grade?
If you can afford it. Sushi grade is definitely going to give you a little bit better freshness of the fish, and it's gonna be a little bit better quality. So I think that's gonna be a good portion to kind of start with.
Yeah, it seems very generous to me.
Yeah, I like being generous.
Yeah.
Just to kind of keep the fish a little bit protected, we're gonna cover it with a little bit of plastic. Now, because of how thin that we've cut the fish, just a little bit of pressure just to kind of break the rest of those little fibers down in the fish, and it'll get all nice and uniform on you.
And you've not only thought about color, you've thought about flavor here.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a little bit of the saltiness coming from your capers. You got your sweetness and again, color from your blood orange. Some green olives.
Castro del Trono.
That's what I said.
Yes, that's
you just said
exactly
it better
what
than
you
me.
said.
Then we have a little bit of micro arugula to add even a little bit more of the pepper that we're even gonna put onto it. So why don't we start with a little bit of oil, and we're just gonna kind of dress the fish up a little bit.
And is this extra virgin olive oil?
Extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
So then the olives, it's gonna add a little bit of tart to it. And then I like to put them skin side up, so they have some nice color onto that.
Nice. And they're so buttery.
Oh, they are.
They're really, really delicious.
They are. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what kind of color we get out of our blood oranges. Nice.
Ah, beautiful.
Nice.
Got lucky.
Yes, we did.
And you're just following the contour of that blood orange with your knife?
Yep, to remove that rind as much as I can, we're just gonna cut some nice little rings because it really just helps make that dish pop.
And it gives you so much flavor.
Okay, so we're just gonna add a little bit. Okay, then we're just gonna take another one, and we're actually just gonna use the juice of this one
Ah.
to kind of get a little bit more of that color onto the plate.
So you're kind of making a citrusy vinaigrette right on top of the dish. And look at how pretty those little splashes look too. Oh, nice.
Slice these just absolutely paper thin.
And you're not bothering to seed or take the membranes off, you're just slicing them
Let
thin.
it go, let the heat come through, don't be afraid. And then we're gonna take some of our pickled red onions, some of our capers, and just sprinkle that guy around. We got some Himalayan pink sea salt, a little bit of black pepper.
I think we're almost there.
We are almost there.
Yeah, I've got little green stuff to add.
Some chives, again, just cut them nice and thin.
So if I want to serve crudo and I'm entertaining at home, can I get the plates ready with the fish, cover it with plastic wrap and put it in the fridge for an hour?
Absolutely, because that
good.
is exactly how we would do it to get ahead as well. So we'll just the same process of cutting your fish off, and right at that same stage where we covered it with plastic and flattened it out, leave that plastic on it, and you can honestly even stack your plates right on top of each other, and it'll even help just keep that fish nice and perfect.
Nice tip.
Then we're gonna take some of our micro arugula, nice big pile of it right in the middle. The last little bit of oil just to kind of dress up the greens.
I gotta tell you, Chef, my mouth is watering. This looks so delicious.
Thank you so much.
And I really appreciate you sharing all this information with me today.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Here's a quick tip from Melissa's. For a quick weeknight dinner, stir fry up some fresh Asian-style noodles and shredded cabbage. You can use lo mein, fresh egg noodles, or fresh yakisoba. Put out all the ingredients so you're ready to stir fry, and bring a medium-sized saucepan of water to a boil. I'm just going to cook them enough so that they come apart and they're kind of cooked al dente, and you just kind of pull them apart. And I want to put in about a tablespoon of peanut oil, and I want to bring that up to the smoke point. So I have about 4.5 cups of shredded green cabbage, and you could use Napa cabbage if you prefer. Rather than stir frying right away, I'm just going to let it get a little bit crisp on the bottom. Okay, the stir fry is kicking in. I like cabbage so much, I could just eat the stir-fried cabbage just by itself with a little hot sauce. But with the noodles, it's going to be better. All right. A little bit more oil. And here I've got 4 ounces of sliced mushrooms, a couple of green onions, and 2 large cloves of garlic minced. In it goes. A little more oil. So here comes the noodles. I've got a tablespoon and a half of soy sauce, a tablespoon of Asian sesame oil, that's the roasted dark sesame oil, and a tablespoon of rice vinegar. Hot sauce. I want to give the noodles a little perkiness. And in goes the cabbage, the mushrooms, I call that a great Tuesday night dinner. The produce aisles are filled with so many delicious choices. Try something new, have an adventure,